have another person that understands media and creativity, and you combine that brain power along with AI, you know how much information you have at your fingertips. And as long as you utilize it, how much money you could possibly make if you understand your marketplace. We don't have a blueprint for what we're doing. That's how serious it is in this room right now.
Yep.
And this is just tonight. There's so much stuff. Tomorrow is a game-changing meeting that we have. Tuesday is another game-changing meeting that we have. Our agency, Marketing Mousetrap Agency, powered by CCA, Cochran, what is it?
Cochran Films.
Cochran Films. Our collaboration is doing something that the market doesn't even know how to receive it yet.
Yep.
This is totally disruption. I'm not going to give all the sauce away, but I'm just saying this is total disruption. So if you are a content creator, we have made an ecosystem that you definitely want to be a part of. And see, there he is right there. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Cody Cochran right here, man. This guy is for real. Cody, tell him about yourself, man. Let him know what's going on.
So me and Mouse are excited because we have built systems, and systems not just that help people in day-to-day life, like maybe they want a website with a template or anything like that. We've built systems that completely change and are complete ecosystems for businesses where they can have everything from databases to custom templates to automation services and everything in between. So we're excited because we built something, like Mouse said, that there's no blueprint for. Yep. There's really no path forward to how we go. We are building it as we go. And that's something to be excited for. So we took it upon ourselves to go live on 2 different lives on TikTok. We're going live on our website officially at marketingmousetrapagency.com/live.
Yes, sir.
And then as well, we're recording this session so we can have the clips for later. So
facts.
You got to take advantage of all you have in media. Start with what you have. We're using 2 phones, so everybody's got a phone, and we know you've got a brother or sister who's got a phone. So
right.
You've already got the start of it. You don't need all this technology to get started. Just start with what you have.
That's right. What's in your hand. Use what's in your hand, what's in your reach. And when you got a person like Cody on your team that can understand how to connect the dots, it's truly a true domino effect.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Yep. And what you'll start to realize is when you're working in business and you work with other people, they may have aspects of business going on and they're on roadway, and you're like, wow, we come together and we connect this, and we can finally figure out how we're going to build this revenue stream and that revenue stream, and it all just works seamlessly together. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's when you have a full ecosystem. And then you create those ecosystems for other businesses. That's when you win.
That's how you win in business, and you serve the community all at the same time.
Yep.
How much more will you be willing to pay a corporation that helps bring money to you on autopilot? That sounds like AI to AI to me.
Yep. Yep. AI to AI. You're probably wondering, what is that? Well, automated intelligence to automated income.
What?
And we want to help you do that automatically.
That's right.
Every night after night, while you sleep, you're making money.
Facts. That's how wealth is built. When you have a system in place, SOPs, standing operation procedures on your business. It's a system that no matter what's going on, it's automatically making you money. It's automatically engaging.
Yep.
It's automatically tagging your niche market and everything else. Like, you can't lose when it's a system that's in place and it works. And it works consistently. And when you're consistently producing, then it's, what you say? Profitable.
Yep, profitable. And profitable is the name of the game because, like you said the other day, if you don't have money, you don't eat.
Right.
And if you don't eat, you starve. And that's not what we want to be out here as another starving artist. So we found a way to combine automation with AI and all its advancement from the day it started to now, and figured out how to use it correctly and strategically to build systems that really help people and aren't just templated, or we're not just hobbyists with this, or we're not just playing around.
Right.
Sure, we're testing out new features and new functions because we don't know exactly where to go because, again, there's no blueprint.
Right.
But we're still testing it to the full of its visibility. So if we come to you with an idea or something, it's not just something we thought about and talked about. We've actually implemented, and it's working.
Right, exactly. We've proven on the back end because nobody wants to pay for a service that they don't feel like they're getting the value out of.
Yep.
I mean, we see that every single day where you go to a platform that you say, it says it does this, and it does that,
Yep.
and it doesn't work. And you're like, why am I paying for this?
Yep.
It's kind of like the people, unfortunately, that start off their new year with the gym memberships, and then they never cancel it. And the gym is like, thank you very much for your subscription.
We appreciate your subscription every
Exactly.
month. And then you realize 6 months later, I've been paying $15, $30 a month for 6 months.
Facts.
And I don't even go to a gym.
Facts. Matter of fact, I've gained more weight.
Yeah, I've put on weight. This doesn't make sense. I've had a 6-month gym membership and gained weight.
Facts. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. So when you come to MMA, Marketing Mousetrap Agency, our agency's job is to make you profitable with systems that are on autopilot. Period.
Yep.
That's the name of the game. And we've, like I said, we developed a ecosystem that can't lose. And the only way it can't lose is, the only way it can lose is if you don't utilize it.
Yep. If you don't implement it correctly and do the work. And I think that's actually a great point about why people are so scared and have contingency with AI right now is because they're already scared to do the work.
Right.
So you're telling me that I have a tool that can fast track this work that I'm already not doing.
Right.
You can't multiply times 0. You're going to get 0 every time.
That's what my math told me.
My math teacher told me that if I multiply by 0, no work inputted, I'm going to get no work outputted every single time. And people think AI is going to be the end all be all where I just typed in the prompt and automatically my life has changed.
Right.
And it can change with a prompt. You can change your life with a prompt.
Right.
But we're talking about actually doing work you have to do in the back end with development and any kind of ecosystem you have to set up. It takes back end work and actual brain power more than just AI. AI is just a tool that helps you get there faster.
There you go. And he said the magic word. It's just a tool, people. Learn how to utilize the tool. I put a camera in Cody's hand and it turns into magic. You put merchandise or marketing in my hand and I turn it into magic.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of two people come together with our magical propositions and our magical processes, bring them together. We bridge the gap. We have an agency with media on the back end. So not only do we show you a system, but we can record the system and put it on autopilot, put it on auto repeat, cut it up, chop it up, input it. Like there's no end to what we can do together, and we're just starting.
Yep.
We have other people on the back end that you don't see that we're going to be implementing as the progress goes, as the procedures goes, as the program on the machine goes. It's input, process, output, input, process, output, input, process, output, and it's on autopilot, and you ain't got to do nothing but just consistently work on your creativity and your craft. We're turning creativity into consistent cash flow.
Yep.
That's something that's very hard for creators to do because, as Cody would tell you, creators are very hard to actually monetize on things because nothing's ever perfect in their eyes.
Ever
Perfect. Right now, Cody's probably thinking 5,000 different things that we could do to say, oh, this could be better.
Yep.
This could be better. This could be better. But you have to start somewhere.
Yep.
And be willing to be vulnerable and be exposed. This is how we're building our community. This is our first time going live. Well, actually, I'm sorry, second time.
Second time,
This is our second time going live. Have we figured out everything? No. Are you guys going to criticize us? Yes.
And we want it.
We want that feedback. We want the critical error. We want the haters.
Yep.
Because they're going to be our biggest support system. Because they're going to be like, they can't do it. There's no way. They could have did this. They could have did that. Great. Bring more people to awareness to our company. So that way we can get better and better and better. And then you can be signing checks that we cash for you.
Yep.
It's like, it's crazy. It's nuts that what we can do. I mean, it's just so much.
Yep. And what we're building here, we're trying to bring it to everyone, meaning we want to help your business thrive with AI.
Right.
We don't want you to be scared of it.
Right.
We don't want you to have to go learn hours and hours of this because even though AI can help you, it's the learning of AI that's going to take you a minute.
Facts.
So instead of that, skip that, come to MMA, an ecosystem built directly for you from AI to AI, automated intelligence to automated income, where you'll be able to essentially grow your business overnight as you sleep. And Mouse, tell them exactly what it is a system could look like for them. So let's just say, for example, they're a barber.
Yeah.
What could a system look like? What all could this do?
And I mean, okay. So let's walk it out. So if you're a barber, you have, what is the name of it? We got Fresha for salon owners, and then you got Squire for barber owners, where it's an automatic system where people put in their engagement. They put in let me say it right way. You have your barbers, they have their website. Their website automatically can be engaged with contacts, with your website and contacts, appointments, the whole nine. So the person goes onto the website, clicks in what they need to click in, set the appointment time, make the payment, just show up.
Yep.
And then they show up, you're ready for them to get their cut because you already spread it out the time and made your schedule appointment ready, I should say. Because as we know, when we go to the barber shop, you know, there's times where conversations may happen, this may happen, something may happen here, something may happen there. But if you say every 2 hours I got a new appointment, it gives you 2 hours to do a haircut, but the money's coming in automatically because they already paid for it.
Yep.
So now you got maybe 4 or 5 appointments in a day, and you don't have to worry about it. You just look at your calendar and say, okay, boom, my schedule is from 1 to 8. Boom, I got 1 to 8 appointments. We're good. I made my money for today, and it's on autopilot. So that's kind of like a brief overview of how systems can work if you have them in play.
Yep. And like he said, Fresha is one of those systems. Squire is one of those systems.
Right.
And to their credit, I'll say they do it well.
Right.
But there's a couple of things we've realized with these companies, and 2 of them are major factors. And one being the monetization that they're pulling over you guys, meaning that they're charging you and nickel and diming you for everything you do. So every sale of the cut you make, they get a cut of that. You make a sale for a haircut, bam, a cut goes to them.
Correct.
You're paying monthly for their fee already on top of this cut goes to them. And that's already money out of your pocket every time you get a haircut. And the more, it's almost like one of those situations where you don't want to charge more because the more you charge, the more cut they're going to take.
Facts.
So it's
Facts.
like, it's just, it keeps building and building and building.
Right.
And that's just the monetary side. Now, another big factor we've seen is your data. So yeah, they're withholding all of your data as far as keeping it up in the database, making sure they have your customers in place, making sure they've kept up with all your sales, which is great and all. But what if, now stay with me here.
Right.
What if Squire or Fresha or both go down tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not only do you lose all of your data that was kept on there,
True.
and let's hope you've kept a backup somewhere somehow, which you probably haven't.
True.
And then not only have you lost all of your data, but you now have nowhere for your customers to purchase your services from overnight, just like that.
Right.
So you wake up tomorrow thinking, oh, I'm supposed to be running on autopilot. Where's my customers? I've got no bookings.
Right.
And the whole time you didn't know, it's gone.
Right.
The app is out.
True.
It went out.
Exactly. I mean, that happened not for Fresha and Squire, but we had a domino effect, last week or a couple of weeks ago with AWS? A lot of people did not know that AWS, Amazon Web Service, was managing and hosting a lot of sites that depended on them to be up and running. And then when it went down, then they realized my banking app's not working, my website's not working, this is not working, that's not working. And is it their fault? No, it's not necessarily their fault. You just didn't know that somebody was white labeling another on top of another company that was white labeling, on top of another company that was white labeling. And then finally, when you go 7 or 8 tiers down, you realize who was actually holding your data and who was connected. So those are things that Cody had to educate me on, just on why nobody's doing the work.
They're passing it on to the next guy, the next guy.
Right.
And by the time you know it, you're like, well, hold on, this website's working. I pay for this website. What's going on?
Facts.
You might pay for that website, but that website don't pay for itself. It pays for itself through this server.
Right.
And this server's not working. So you may have spent all this money on these sites, but all 3 of those sites you pay for monthly, they're on AWS. And when AWS goes down, it's a wrap.
Right, exactly.
So I say all that to just give you a brief overview of what could happen if you're working with other brands and other companies that store your data and you think, oh, it's just a great software and service that I can use because it's quick, it's fast, it's known, they're throwing it in my face. Oh, Fresha, oh, come over to Squire, we got you. And yeah, they got you, it's true, because they got your data, they got your monthly payments a month, and they're gonna get you. So what we're telling you here is you need your own system.
Right, exactly. Own your data, own your future.
Own your future.
And that's what it's coming down to. When you look at AI and all the different technologies that are out here, they're giving you a platform to help be subscribers to their platform, and that's how we utilize it. We utilize it for a tool. And so it's like, well, what happens if I don't have access to the tool anymore? What are you going to do?
Yep.
So there's got to be a backup plan. You got to have some type of redundancies when it comes to these softwares and everything else. And MMA can help you understand that, educate you in those areas, and then bring out systems that can help benefit you and not just benefit all these other subscriptions that are out here.
Yep, exactly.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yep. So let's just talk about a couple of things that are happening in AI right now. I know there's been some major developments in AI, and one of the major things that are happening right now is AI in music. And
yes.
I know,
Huge.
I know there's a couple of platforms out there, of course, that does this, but the one being talked about right now for a particular reason is Suno. And people are wondering why Suno, what is Suno, how did it get here? And if you're wondering what I'm referencing, there is a new AI artist, the first of its kind, with an avatar, who had a major record deal reach out and get to them. And the artist's name is Xania Monet.
Correct.
And she has released an album that has been, I think, top 5 for a minute in the Apple charts.
Fact.
And she has signed a multi-million-dollar record deal, first of its kind of AI. And we think that's pretty major over here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, Xania Monet did something that majority of people are afraid to do. 4 months ago, she made an avatar. That was doing commercials, wasn't even doing anything else. She's been writing poems on the back end for apparently years. And then decided, what if I took the avatar that I created and then tied my poems into it and made my avatar a artist, a person that does music. So she went to Sono, did exactly that, put her music out there, took a chance, and then someone came knocking on the door. Hey, we want to give you $3 million for this. Say what? Hold on. I write poems. I just happen to take my poems and put it into this musical program, and it made a video. And I didn't know exactly what I'm doing because I'm really new to this whole AI thing. And you want to give me $3 million for that? Yes.
Where do I sign?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's something different that they're bringing to the AI space. And whether you feel one way about it or another, you have to understand that these are all just tools. And people have been using tools for years when it comes to even just making music. I mean, you got to think in the realm of culturally and rap music. They're not going to be out here doing the live beats that you hear. All these beats you hear are not live beats, not with the drums and stuff. These are all musical made beats with AI inside of programs. So AI, if you don't want to call it AI, just call it engineering, whatever you want to call the program itself. But these programs have been engineered generative musical sounds for years. So this is nothing new. The only thing that Xania Monet has figured out how to do is introduce her poems with lyrics behind the music, and then essentially represent that into to a company who's now giving her a multi-million-dollar deal. So she's found a way to use the new tools we have to create a new system and go her own route instead of going, she's going against the grain instead of going with the norm and trying something different. And it just so happened to work for her.
Facts. So just to bring it more relative, now that's Xania Monet, aka Nikki. Now you have 2 other people that you probably have heard of that are in the world of AI and music. Timbaland. Timbaland. Mr. Virginia himself doing all types of beats and music for everybody. And you got Young Jock that just was on Atlanta News talking about doing an AI and did a live music AI prompt on live. About the reporter. Made a whole song about the reporter on live with AI music. So if those 2 people can utilize it, and will.i.am was just talking about it, about how it's a tool, and he recognizes it's the person behind the tool that's using it that makes the difference. So I feel like this. I mean, I normally put my feelings about things in situations when it comes to business and people's personal preference. But if a person has the ability to take a chance on themselves and succeed, congratulate them.
Exactly. We don't need to be putting people down because they dare take a chance and do some new technology.
Facts.
I mean, it was built for a purpose. If Suno was built for what we know it to be, generated AI music, then the purpose behind it would be to generate AI music. And if you're not doing that, then what's the purpose? And like we talked about earlier, if you don't find a business model for that where people like Xania can profit from that, then you're going to go out of business, because as fun and as cool as generative AI music is, it's not a hobby where that's going to bring money. People aren't going to pay hundreds of dollars a month and year to do a hobby of music. They want to figure out how can we make this an income, a full-time income, and not just a hobby.
Exactly. So, I mean, the idea of, I look at it like this. If she is a spoken word person or a person that's writing poems, she just created a lane for all spoken word people,
Exactly.
for people that have done poems and been trying to get their stuff publicized across the nation. She just gave you a blueprint on how to do it. Put it in music, put it in an area that
Yep.
majority of people may not put it in with AI technology, because that helps the tool manifest your ideas and dreams and creativity.
Yep.
And if she retires off the 3 million, cool, she retires off the 3 million. But the idea is she just opened up a doorway for the creativity and the creatives to do something different. Not to disrupt the music industry, which it already has,
Yep.
because the artists can, these artists that like Timbaland and Young Jock and anybody else that's going to get Will.i.am, these artists are only going to encourage other artists to say, you know what, if they're doing it and it's on autopilot, then I need to at least try it.
Yep.
So it's amazing.
Like we said, with her trying something different, like I don't read a whole lot like I'd like to, and I definitely don't read poems, but when she was able to translate that into music, like Mouse said, she was able to reach across different diasporas of people who would never even listen or
Facts.
read her poems,
Right.
even though they're so great.
Right.
We just wouldn't do that because that's not our preference. But she translated that into music through the power of AI.
Right.
And now she's showcasing to us her feelings, her life, her real story.
Right.
And we're like, wow, this is powerful. And it sounds good.
Right.
And it's new and it's a new technology. And she just signed a deal. It's like, yeah, we have to take hold of that.
Right. You have to be a part of the winning and understand that these doors are being opened for people like you. Everyday people have a shot with technology in today's world if they're willing to grab a hold and take the time, like Cody said, to learn how to utilize it and utilize it for their craft. You don't have to, your craft. You don't have to be afraid of who you are. You are enough within yourself. We're all their seeds. Everything we need is in the seed. All we gotta do is find the right soil to grow.
Yep.
And as we find the right soil to grow, then the world can embrace our creativity, whatever that creativity is. Because I have a thing called, a place called There. And at MMA, Marketing Mousetrap Agency, that's what we want you to do. We want you to tie your creativity into our system so we can get you to a place called There.
Yep. And that's all we're really looking to do, is to showcase to you how you don't have to be afraid of new technology, especially AI. It's not looking to take over jobs like a lot of people have said. Like Mouse just pointed out, in fact, it's creating jobs, because people with spoken word poems who don't really know where to put them or how to get them out into the world, now they have seen Xania Monet go out and do it, and they could be like, you know what? I could take these into Suno, given some good music behind it, and the lyrics are already great because I've been great at poems. I've been writing these for years,
Right.
and turn it into music. So did she kill anyone's job for doing this?
No.
No, she did not.
Nope.
She actually created jobs from doing this.
Facts. Because there's now some 13, 14, 12-year-old in their basement right now going through Suno trying to say, how can I do exactly what she just did?
Yep.
I mean, the technology just allows people to be more creative, but more creative with assistance. That's the cool thing about AI. AI is a tool, and we keep on saying it's a tool, and it is a tool, but it's a efficient tool if you understand how to make it work.
Yep.
In Atlanta, because that's where we're at, in the A, you have Waymo. I'm going to make it more sense than ever. We have Waymo, the autonomous vehicles that are driving around with no driver. They are picking up people, dropping them off. Well, why is that even relevant? I'm saying that to say this. That tool doesn't work if you don't know where you're going. Waymo can pull up all day long and be like, okay, you can get in the car, but you haven't given me any direction to where we're going. So how can I get you to a place called There if I don't know where we're going? You have to know where you're going. You have to reverse engineer everything that you're doing. So think about the vision. Imagine your vision, whatever that is, and say, how can I reverse engineer that to get to where I need to go? What tools do I need? What people I need to partner up with?
Yep.
What relationships I need to deal with? All those type of things that come together, and AI just provides the tools that you may not be able to afford. Now you can afford it because the subscriptions are a little bit lower than what you can hire a professional.
Yep.
Yes. So those are different things, and it gives you ideas that you may not even thought about. So you think about it, Cody, you're a person that's in media, you understand the back end. Break down to the people, how much would it probably have cost Xania Monet to actually do what she's done in the professional world in the old traditional way of just grabbing all these different people to make this platform happen?
Well, I mean, if since Xania Monet, we know, went through it, the route of using AI, that the system that was built, then she would have needed this system to begin with. So whether it was built already for her, we're talking about the route where she would have to do it and build before. So she's got to start with a team of developers and infrastructure where she's able to build out this platform, not only ideally in her head, but a full-scale development of this entire platform, working end to end with hosting, with API and all those keys that you need. So we want to ensure, or she would have to ensure then at that point, that all that's working before she even got to work. Wow. So then once she then went to the development team and they're like, okay, we're going to develop this. We know we need this, that, this, and that. And then they spit that back out to her. She's going to be looking at probably a couple $100,000, at least high tens of thousands of dollars in just getting that platform developed.
Wow.
And that's before she does a single prompt.
Wow, that's crazy. So you think about that. So she's got engineers, she's got production, she's got video shoot, she's got all these different things. He's saying $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 maybe just to produce maybe 1 or 2 songs.
To test it, really.
To test it, just to do a soft launch, to do a market test, to see if people are even willing to buy it. And she just said, you know what? I'm just going to bypass all that, go to these softwares that say they can do this stuff for me, and then I'm going to try it and see what happens.
Yep.
Roll the dice on herself. Boom. 7 or 11, baby. And she got both of them. And now people are like, I don't think that was right, because she didn't do it traditionally like they're used to seeing.
She didn't show her work.
Yeah, she didn't show her work. She came up with a result and didn't show you how she did it.
Yep.
So now people even like CBS Morning with Gayle King was just like, well, people are saying that you can't sing. I may not be able to sing, but I can write.
That was hilarious. That was, she said, but you can't sing.
Right, but you can't sing.
Yeah, but I got a $3.5 million deal.
Right.
So regardless if I could sing, I use the tools legally and ethically that are in place to my disposal, which are in place to everyone's disposal.
Facts.
And I instantly decided I'm going to go type up. And when I prompted it, it came up with something amazing. And I thought, what if I shared this? She created an entire album. And let's not forget all the work that goes into this on the back end. We've got album cover art. Right. We've got social media team that's going to need to share this.
Right.
I mean, there's tons of work that goes on this, even beyond the AI generative music. So yeah, she just took a chance on herself. And I like what you said about reverse engineering.
Right.
A lot of entrepreneurs, if I can keep it simple, we go to the refrigerator and we go, what do I want to eat? And we start rumbling to it and see what we got and see what's available. I don't know, maybe that. Right. But what we need to be doing is saying, I know what I want to eat.
Right.
Now let me go to the refrigerator and find the ingredients.
Exactly.
I want a sandwich. I'm going to need pickles, mayonnaise, lettuce, cheese.
Talk about it.
So we already know we're starting with the product and service we know we want. And we take that and we say, reverse engineer it. Okay, now how do I get the parts for this sandwich?
Facts.
And the parts for the sandwich nowadays are the AI tools that you can use, because there's a plethora of mayonnaise and cheese and lettuce that you could throw on your sandwich that's going to make a beautiful harmony all in one.
Facts. I mean, if you don't believe us, there's people like Dan Martell talks about it. Russell Bronson talks about it. Myron Golden talks about it. Mm-hmm. They talk about systems. They talk about partnerships. They talk about relationships. They talk about a lot of different things that can help you move to a place called there. The question is, are you going to get up off your butt and go to these resources and say, hey, you know what? Let's just try it. What can it hurt? Like I tell my mom, you can't break it.
Yep.
You can't break it, so just try it. And yes, you know, these tools are out here for the electrician, for the creator, for the finance team, for the insurance. They're all out there. It's just a matter of how do you make it your own, so that way you can make yourself profitable and build your own brand.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things. So I appreciate that, Cody, of the breakdown of what it takes to make that happen on the behind the scenes. Because he would know. I mean, this whole setup that we're on right now, Cody makes it happen. And it's not even perfect enough for him.
Oh,
he's the one who just set it up. So I just let you know that it's always going to be imperfections, but the imperfections are what makes the partnerships and the relationships unique.
Yep. No, you're right on that.
So it's fire.
And just to give you guys more of a sense of how amazing and what's going on here, without giving you a whole breakdown of our entire start story, because it's long and we want to save that for a great day. Right. But I will tell you
Gayle King, we'll give you the exclusive.
You listen to Gayle King, invite us on. We're going to tell you the whole story.
Facts.
But I say that to say that when we got started on this, you're probably thinking, oh, they're developing live, they developed all this, they've had to been developing this and years in the back end quietly.
Facts.
This vision, what we're talking about right now, right here live with you
Correct.
guys, everything we've built, including the live server on our own website, including the entire own website,
Right.
was started back in August.
Right. A phone call.
A phone call in August.
A phone
And
call.
now we've took it upon ourselves to decide we need to come together at night, 10, 11 o'clock,
Right.
in an apartment together, get on live on all these devices and tell you guys, because it's truly monumental from a phone call that just happened a few months ago.
Facts. That's just crazy. It's just, when it comes to intentionality, it makes a difference. When you have two people from two different backgrounds and two different ethnicities that say, we understand where our there is and where we're going. And the crazy thing about it is, we had a there that was probably down here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after working for the last 4 months, our there is way up here.
Yep.
There's so much stuff that if we told you what we could do right now, you wouldn't believe it.
No, that's a real statement. I say that all the time. I'm going around telling people, I just figured this out. I just figured this out. And I know they're probably like, either, yeah, this dude's crazy, or they're like, yeah, I don't really get that, but cool.
Right.
But yes, like you just said, the things, if we told you that we could do right now, you would be like, you're lying.
Right. And it just shows you our brain power shuts off at times and then it kicks back in. But we have AI that brain power is always going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that people don't understand. When they say you need to start learning AI, you need to start learning like right now.
Yesterday.
Exactly. Because it evolves so quickly, and it evolves quicker than we can actually implement. That's the issue that people don't understand. How quickly being on an expressway is one thing, but then going on an expressway driving to Florida and then getting on a G7 and going to Florida is a different situation.
Way different.
And we're on G7s and we haven't even reached a spec of how fast that we really can go and be efficient with it and making sure that it works and production. I mean, there is so much behind the
Yeah, I mean,
scenes. It's
like you say,
crazy.
this is just a small scale of everything we got going. I mean, we've got two lives on a phone over here with different TikToks. We're live streaming on our platform that we've built for live stream, not YouTube, not Twitch, our own platform, MMA.
Right.
And we're recording this where we're going to take these recordings, put them into our software, generate clips, and post them to you guys.
Facts.
So all of that is on the very simplest form of everything we've got going on right now. So just wait for everything we're going to be having in 6, 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it may be.
Facts.
And if you're listening on TikTok right now, make sure you check out marketingmousetrapagency.com/live, and you'll be able to see this live feed right now over there on the site. Like I said, it's not YouTube based, it's not Twitch based, it's none of that. It's straight Marketing Mousetrap Agency live feed, and you'll be able to see that for free over at marketingmousetrapagency.com. So if you're listening right now on TikTok, go check it out. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you understand what Cody just said, you have different companies right now that have websites, whether it be through Shopify, whether it be through Wix, GoDaddy, or whatever. They have to get their subscriber base up just to get the platform that we already have already on our website.
Correct. You either have to pay a separate fee, you have to get a certain amount of live views or subscribers.
Correct.
And that's what we noticed now. You know, when we went live, there was so many things we were trying to do in the moment that we weren't aware. We haven't unlocked that feature. We haven't unlocked that feature.
Right.
And that's what we mean when we tell you guys these brands are keeping you hostage and they're holding you and making you do what it is that they want you to do, not what it is you want to do. They don't give you the ecosystem to have the power to be free. They give you the ecosystem to have the power to pay them to make you do what they want you to do.
Facts. They write the rules when they have the control.
Yep.
That's the reason why we say, own your data,
own your future.
Own your future. Because let me play the violin in the background for you. Let's understand one thing. Big brands are going to be big brands no matter what, but they're not a big brand if they don't have a consumer base. You are the consumer base. So what happens when the big brand turns into you? You are the brand that people want because you've developed community. You show the realness of you, and people surround themselves around your brand, your cause, and everything else. So now brands are fighting against the people that would normally go to their website to buy something. Now they're going to your website and buying stuff. And now you're like, wow. So imagine this. How about a big brand is trying to partner up with your program because you got such a big viewing.
Yep.
You have such a big community. You have such a big following that they're literally writing checks to you saying, hey, we'll give you $1 million just to be on your platform, just to be able to have access to your community. And you can say, I don't know if I really want to work with you because you decided to go this way politically, or you decided to do this politically, or whatever your cause is. It may not line up with your cause. And you can say, I turned down a big brand deal because their values didn't line up with mine.
Yep.
Versus being hostage on you have to use their service because there's no other options.
Yep.
Well, that's what we have created. We've created other avenues where you can be your own brand and not worry about what's going on with everybody else's.
And we're talking about completely skipping the middleman. So
Right.
I know if you're going live on YouTube and you want to sell things like your merch or anything in that sort, or TikTok live shop or anything like that, you have to have other platforms that you're working with and other e-commerce spaces you're working with, and you're having a middleman you're still working with in the end. So you have this source, the middleman, then you.
Right.
And we want to skip all that. We want you to essentially have your own platform
Facts.
with your own branding,
Facts.
customizable to your own layout,
Talking that stuff.
and where you can essentially be making money overnight
Right.
from AI to AI.
Correct.
And you will be able to have, like we say, your own platform. You don't have to follow their rules of engagement. You write your own rules of engagement.
Boom.
And when advertisers reach out to you, then you're able to say, okay, I do want to work with that advertiser. They're willing to pay what? Oh yeah. And you don't have to just get a little cut of that advertising that YouTube's making off you, because guess what? You're a big brand.
Right.
People are paying YouTube Premium to skip those ads because of you.
Facts.
So if you go onto your platform, you could then become the advertising space that people want to pay to be on because you're so popular, because
Facts.
you were the populist the whole time.
Yes.
It's just YouTube was using your creativity to profit off of.
Exactly. I mean, think about people like Kai Cenat. Perfect example. I think he turned down a Nike deal because of values. He understood his power of influence. He didn't have to do anything else but say, yes, I'll do it, because he wanted the money. No, he recognized I actually have a say-so on who I want to be aligned with and who I want to partner with. So yeah, Nike, or it may not be Nike. I'm just using Nike. I'm sorry if it isn't. But I'm just saying he turned down a major brand. Let me say it that way. Turned down a major brand because the values didn't align.
Right.
And that is very powerful. And then he went on Twitch and got 1 million subscribers off of someone else's platform. Now think about this. He got 1 million subscribers to pay, I don't know, $3 to $7, somewhere in there, to be on another person's platform that he gets a cut. Now imagine if we had went to Kai Cenat and said, hey, how about you don't have to pay them? You can just have it on your own platform, and we just get our business platform, we associate, we partner.
Yep.
So now all that money, just say it was 75%. And we get 25% for just setting it up for him and just hosting it. Whatever the case might be, he just gets bigger checks every month because of his influence. He took the time behind the scenes. You didn't know about Kai Cenat, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, he was behind the scenes cooking, making videos when he could have been partying, because he's a young guy, partying, doing this, doing that. But no, he was like, no, I gotta make these videos. I have a place called there in my head, and I'm gonna get there. Now you see Drewski on his platform. You see Kevin Hart on his platform.
Yep.
You see all these different people. He's doing concerts at his house. He's got Mr. Beast flying in,
Yep.
doing stuff. I mean, this is like crazy. This is crazy on what he's doing because he believed in himself. Xania Monet believed in herself, and she won. So it lets you know that if you believe in yourself, you make your community, and you surround yourself around your community, you can actually make profit and make bank, and you don't have to worry about big brands to support you, because your community supports you because they believe in what you're doing.
Yep. And that's very powerful when you're able to combine not only that, but having a customizable platform
Right.
that is tailored to exactly how you want it to be.
Facts.
And you don't have to worry about the constraints of someone else's templates, someone else's rules of engagement,
Right.
someone else breaking the data privacy policy and selling off your data because we all have no idea where it's going to, and it's just in the ether in the cloud.
Facts.
So you can break all of those all at once by owning your own platform, serving your own customers, your own clientele,
Right.
and not worrying about breaking off pieces of payment to all of these other companies, and then you got to pay this guy and that guy and this distribution and that center. And it's like inevitably all that income should be coming to you.
Right.
Now, of course, no matter which route you go, whether
Right.
it's MMA or there, you're going to have a small percentage coming off of your cut because nobody works for free.
Correct.
That's facts.
Right.
But what our goal is here to do is to make your payments that you get more. So you're getting more of the pie.
Right.
And you're able to own your own data. So we never sell your data. And we don't even per se own it. It just has to be entered into our database for it to work.
Right.
But at the drop of a hat, you're able to collect it at any time. You can ask us to just take that off of our website completely and we'll take it off.
Right.
It's just more about owning your own data and system so that you're not relying on someone else to not only feed you, but make sure that they're able to stay fed, because if they're not staying fed, then they can't stay up. And if they don't stay up, then you can't stay up.
Facts. We would literally just want to make the system for you, show that it works and works consistently, and then say, here, take it. You paid for it. We made it for you. We were just the contractor that came in and made your house.
Yep.
And we made a whole, except for it's a house of ecosystem. So we've shown you how to do revenue streams. Imagine this. We come in and we can probably make you 7 streams of income from your own platform and have them talking to each other on a seamless system. Wouldn't you want to pay that? Wouldn't you want to buy that? Of course you would, because nobody's trying to say that. Everybody talks about 7 streams of income, but they always look at the outside of things. What I mean by that is this, is they don't utilize their main source and make 7 streams of income from that main source. They look at, okay, I'm in real estate, but now I want to tie into car dealerships. Now I want to tie into this.
Yep.
Now I want to tie into that. No, find a way to take your creativity and make 7 streams from your creativity. It never goes away from the main source of what you're doing. And that's what we want to do. We want to make systems around the creativity that you have, expose it to the world, and let it work automatically. So that way you can change the legacy of your family, change how you move and experience things, and do just life as a whole. How well do you show up when you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from?
Yep.
If your gas is going to be turned off, if your kids can go to daycare or not. Everything is taken care of because you have a system in place that takes care of everything. That is life-changing and life-altering in the world that we live in, because we recognize even in today's climate, a lot of people are not in control as much as they think. And that's what we want to do. We want to give you keys back to your future.
Wow. I mean, that was pretty powerful. I don't know if I could follow that, but as we wrap up things here, we just wanted to come to you guys and let you know we have so much going on, so
Yes.
much greatness.
Yes.
We can't overstate that enough or
Right.
understate it. There's just nothing more we could say than you guys are going to have to wait and see, but
Right.
you won't have to wait long
No, you
because
won't.
it's moving faster than ever.
Right.
We don't even know or aren't even aware of how fast it's going to move.
Fact.
We just move in it as it moves and hope that we don't get swept away faster than we can work. That's the goal of all this here, is to do that.
Right.
So we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. You have to check out marketingmousetrapagency.com.
Right.
You will be able to see anytime we go live on the platform. You'll be able to check out our services and what we can do for you.
Yes.
Reach out and contact us because we want to hear from you. And most importantly, please give us some feedback
Right.
on everything, on the website,
Yes.
how we could do it better.
Facts.
What kind of system would you like to see?
Right.
What could we do to help you in your business?
Right.
Is the pricing structure great? Would you like to see this? Anything that you would like to see differently or that could help improve Marketing Mousetrap Agency, we would love to hear from you. So whether it's in the DM of TikTok, Instagram, a Facebook message, email, the website, live comments, it doesn't matter. LinkedIn,
Yes.
yes, we're active on LinkedIn. Anywhere you want to reach us, we're glad to talk about it, and we appreciate you guys for coming in. And before we head out, is there any last words you've got for them?
Hey, let's get trapped together.
See y'all soon.
Peace.